Happy Sunday, everyone. Welcome to Unity San Francisco, and let's give a big old shout out to our band. I think we've brought the Fillmore Jazz District with us down here to Page Street. I think so. And for those of you who I haven't met yet, my name is Reverend Ken Daigle, and I am the senior minister here. Delighted to be with you here in the room and online. Hello to everybody out there. And this is the lovely Miss Misa Malone.
Hi. I'm Misa Malone. I'm the music director here. Thank you so much for coming. It's always a pleasure and a joy to see you all, especially after being gone for a week.
She has her heels on. I feel extraordinarily short today. Yes, my favorite line was, how tall are you? I'm not.
Yes.
So, I'm tall enough.
Yeah, well, he's actually getting the pass because normally I'm wearing much higher heels. I wanted to wear my cowgirls today.
So welcome to our reverie. We're so delighted you've joined us here. And it is the Thanksgiving weekend, but it is also the first Sunday of Advent.
Yes,
right?
Advent season is upon us.
Yeah.
My favorite time of the year.
And so we announced last week and service, and I wanted to go over it again and discuss it with you again. Last week, you weren't here, Misa was having a much-deserved rest. The city regulations here in San Francisco have changed. While we're still asking for and checking for vaccination of anyone who attends, that they're fully vaccinated to attend in-person services, they relaxed what it is for mask wearing in the room. But with everything going on in COVID, and we wanted to just let you know that it is up to you how you wear your mask and where you wear your mask here in the building. You can wear it downstairs as well in hospitality or not. It's really hard to wear your mask and eat, and we have some really fierce hospitality today. But we also ask in this process of doing all of this and going with the flow of what's happening in the world, that you really be aware of and respect other people's boundaries and choices in that. Right? So if you can usually read people's body language, right? And tell if they're open for a hug, or if they want the fist bump or the elbow bump, And, like Misa and I are just like this. Oh, honey. All through COVID, we've been working together. So, we're all through every iteration of it. So we're family. We're in each other's pod at this point. So we just wanted to let you know that when we're here on platform, all of us will be unmasked on platform, and we may sit down and put on our mask temporarily before we come back up, or not. Again, up to that individual's choice. But we want you to respect everybody's choice in that, okay? And I also, as this is the first Sunday of Advent, and we light the candle today for faith. We'll be talking more about that. And I want to take a moment, as I was watching the news this weekend and listening to the news this weekend, for us all to take a deep breath and hold the consciousness of faith right now for our own health, our own well-being, and our body's ability to heal. For we know in unity, as we hold it, so it is, and so it manifests in the world. So right now, as I invite our music team up, Callie to join Misa, and we launch this service, I want us to start thinking about what we can let go of. The fear that may no longer be serving us. Let go of the constantly negative affirmations of the world out there, and step into the wholeness that is the divine, the wholeness that is spirit, right here and right now. So invite our music team to start. Invite you to get comfortable in your seats, to let the chair, this building, and the earth hold you. To take a deep breath once again, and let this music transport you.
Let go of
of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore, float into the mystery. Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore, float into the mystery. I have all I need, it's all inside of me. I just close my eyes and breathe and know that I am safe. Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore, float into the mystery. Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore, float into the mystery. Float into the mystery. Float into the mystery.
Brave. In this moment, we summon the courage necessary to float upward, lifting ourselves from the fear and the worry to the assurance of the divine at work, to the assurance of spirit right here and right now. For this is the moment that we have been waiting for. The moment to let go, to soar to new heights, to let go of hanging on to the past and float into the now, into the infinite possibility of the future. We let go. We let the divine take us where we're meant to be. And we celebrate this day, this moment, this life by saying, I am so blessed. I am so grateful. And so it is. Amen. Namaste. So our prayer chaplains here in the room and online, we're just holding space with you and for you. Holding the space of knowing that whatever is on your heart, whatever is on your mind, that you have a friend, someone to hold the high watch for you. So on our website, if you're watching at home, you can click the link to our prayer chaplains and put in a prayer request. If you're here in the room, the prayer chaplains will be here in the prayer chaplain corner or around the room after service to pray with you one-on-one. Whatever you brought in that you'd like to let go and leave on the shore, I invite you to use the prayer chaplains to help you do that. And I'm going to welcome back Misa.
Yes, multiple duties today. Are we working? Yeah, there we go. Yes, so for our first-time guests, first let's go back. In the seat back pocket in front of you, if you're on our website, there's a box you can click, or if you are on one of the various social platforms, in the link, there is a spot where you can click for the spiritual connection card. Go ahead and take that out, fill out the part. If you've moved, let us know, okay? Also, if you're a first-time guest, please let us know on the spiritual connection card as well so that we can get you a lovely gift. If you're in the building today, we do have some gifts out in the foyer that we would love for you to take. Just a little something, a little token of our esteem, our love, and our joy that we want you to take with you, okay? Awesome.
There's one thing before we do the singing
that
I realized I had neglected to put the slide
We're
in
alive.
this section. We're alive. You can see toys behind us. You can't see it online right now in this shot I'm seeing, but the stage is filled with toys because we're doing a toy drive, or a gift drive in concert with Urban Angels, which was founded by Nelson Barry, one of our members here, that helps people experiencing homelessness and people in homeless shelters, and especially this time of year, families in shelters. And so we invite you to bring a gift to add to this wonderful pile of gifts for kids from birth up to 18. And for the teenagers, we ask you to bring gift cards. So if a gift card's easier for you and you can have it mailed to us here at 240 Page Street, we'll add it to the pile. The teenagers will really appreciate the gift cards, and the little ones, as you can see, have some really great treats in store for them.
Yes.
So just wanted to mention that and
Yes,
add to
awesome.
the pile.
All right, so we have moved into our time of community singing. So we will have an interactive meet and greet directly following. So this is a time for you to get up, fill your lungs, add your melody and your beauty to the music of life, right? So stand as you're willing and able, and we're going to sing Down in My Soul. And again, immediately after, we're going to have a meet and greet here in the room. Don't forget to say hi to our friends on Zoom. And shall we? Thank you.
I hear the music.
I hear the music
Down in my soul.
down in my soul.
I hear the music.
I hear the music
Down in my soul.
down in my soul.
I hear the music.
I hear the music
Down in my soul.
down in my soul.
All together. And the whole wide world is my home. Here's a new lyric, y'all. I have divine faith.
I have divine faith
Down in my soul.
down in my soul.
I have divine faith.
I have divine faith
Down to my toe.
down to my toe.
I have divine faith.
I have divine faith
Down in my soul.
down in my soul.
And the whole wide world is my home. I love the silence.
I love the silence
Down in my soul.
down in my soul.
I love the silence.
I love the silence
Down in my soul.
down in my
I
soul.
love the silence.
I love the silence
Down in my soul.
down in my soul.
And the whole wide world is my home. I feel the power.
I feel the power
Down in my soul.
down in my soul.
I said I feel that power.
I feel the power
Down in my soul.
down in
Do
my
you
soul.
feel that power?
I feel the power
Down in your soul.
down in my soul.
And the whole wide world is my home. And the whole wide world is my home. One more, and the whole wide world is my home. Yes. All right, we have reached that time of interactive meet and greet. Please greet your friends with a handshake, a hug, a toe tap, an elbow, a hip bump, whatever they feel most comfortable with. Don't forget to say hi to our friends on Zoom. Happy Sunday.
going to kick this back to Misa on platform now. So, so everybody, we're going to have more time for meet and greet after and hospitality. Misa, take it away.
Yes. I feel the love all over the room. All over the room, all over the room. There'll be plenty of time to continue to kibitz and connect. After service in our community connection, we also will have an opportunity for our Zoom family to join in downstairs after service. But we do have a wonderful service plan for you, so let's keep it moving. All right. Whew. I'm hot. You are hot. In any case, we have reached our time of giving and receiving. No. Oh, no, we haven't. All right. Never mind. Oh, yes. So, at this time, we are going to invite Rev Ken and our own Kristen Tatham on stage because let me move back into camera. There we go. They are going to take us into our first Sunday of Advent.
Thank you, Ms. Misa. Thank you. We mailed this to everyone who is a current member and a current participant, attendee to our services recently. We mailed this out. It's a Christmas Advent book put out by Unity World Headquarters. And Reverend Deanne and I are both some of the authors in it. And it's just a wonderful way to hold the season of Advent. If you didn't get one, they're in the seat pocket in front of you here in the room. I invite you to take one with you and take more than one if you want, to pass on to a friend or a family member. I send them to my entire family. The good Catholics that they are, they still enjoy it too. Because we talk about a truth that transcends any one religion. It's about the spiritual nature of all of us. So Kristen is going to read a reading on faith for us here today. So I'm going to turn it over to Kristen.
Thank you so much. Today, I honor my faculty of faith. Whether it is as small as a mustard seed or as large as a mountain, faith is the energy that carries me forward. It opens my heart to knowing I am worthy of all good things, including more love. When events around me seem overwhelming, when worry and doubt darken the landscape of my mind, I call forth faith. In prayer, I affirm that faith will see me through. In meditation, I picture a reservoir of faith that I can easily draw from. Faith fills me with trust and confidence. It lightens any load. Faith expands my awareness to recognize the presence of Spirit in every person, place, and circumstance. It reminds me to trust my abilities and believe in myself, knowing I am ever supported by the divine. Faith uplifts my thoughts and words to create a brighter picture. It reminds me to be open to divine guidance, intuitive knowing, and spiritual nudges. It aids me in knowing that from a divine perspective, all is truly well. So the affirmation for faith today, I'll say it once and invite you to know it with me, is walking in faith, my steps are sure. Divine guidance is clear, and my path is illuminated. Can we know this together? Walking in faith, my steps are sure. Divine guidance is clear, and my path is illuminated. And so it is.
And so you may have noticed this bare wreath behind us, this grapevine wreath. And it is our ritual and custom here on the first Sunday of Advent to light the Advent candle for faith and to place that candle here on the wreath, affirming that as we light the candle, we bring the light to the world. We end the darkness by being the light the world needs. And we watch over these next 4 weeks as this wreath is transformed. Okay, it is going to cooperate. I have faith. Okay, there we go. Cleo.
If you believe within your heart, you'll know that no one can change the path that you must go. Believe what you feel and know you're right, because the time will come around when you say it's yours. Believe you can go home. Believe you can float on there. Click your heels 3 times. If you believe, well then you'll be there. That's why I want you to believe in yourself. Yeah, right from the start, you gotta believe. Believe in the magic right there in your heart. Go ahead, believe all these things, not because I told you to. No, 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 no. You gotta believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself as I believe in
Miss Cleo Briggs. And for those of you who are wondering, yes, at our 8 o'clock rehearsal, she hit those notes too. At 8 a.m. Woo! Click your heels. I love it. She didn't have the red shoes on at the 8 a.m. rehearsal. Thank you, Cleo. Faith is a loaded word in our society, right? Do you have faith? Can mean, do you have faith in a dogma, in a religious tradition, in a teaching? Do you have faith in Jesus Christ? In fact, being raised Catholic, when I decided to become a minister, I remember driving with my father, and as he knew I wasn't going to be a Catholic priest, he was like a little concerned, and he goes, well, do you believe in Jesus Christ as your personal Lord and Savior? And I took a deep breath and gulped, and I did the translation because I know the meaning. I know what it means to him, and I know what it means to me. And I answered yes, because I know what he means by Jesus Christ as my personal Lord and Savior. I mean by the Christ consciousness, the Buddha consciousness, that overall divine consciousness that is my personal Savior. Because when I'm wallowing in the pain and in the fear and in the despair, that higher elevation of consciousness, the Christ, the principle of consciousness, saves me. And it is my personal Savior. It is my personal rule to shift consciousness, as we talked about 2 weeks ago too, from that victim suffering consciousness to the higher Christ consciousness. The consciousness that knows that God and I are one. There is no separation. That every part of this body is divinely made. There is no corner, no speck, no little part of it that isn't whole and holy. Do you know that about your body? Every toenail, hangnail, every freckle, every blemish is divine. Because our first principle in unity, if you haven't heard it yet, hear it today, is that there is only one power and one presence active and working in the universe. Only one, God. And if that's true, if there is only the divine, and we are all swimming in it, we are all part of it, we are all expressions of the divine, then there is no part of you that isn't whole and holy and complete, just as you are, just as you're expressing right now. And when we can bless that, every little part of us that we think isn't good enough, like I said earlier, not tall enough, not whatever enough, right? We can breathe into going, I am whole. I have faith that this journey of life, this divine voyage I'm on, has taken me to the right and perfect place for my divine expression. I am here by divine appointment. Can you know that? You are here by divine appointment. This is not some cosmic accident, but you are here to be the unique expression of the divine that the world needs right here and now. Bless. And faith is what we call upon when we need to act that way in the face of misery and fear and doubt and pain in the world. To be the voice and the presence of faith when your friend is explaining the diagnosis they just got. To be the presence of faith when you're with your spouse who's lost their job, with your child who was hurt at school, with your family member who is hurling nasty things at you. To be the presence of faith and know that words cannot affect the truth of who I am. Circumstances cannot diminish the light that we let shine. So we light the candle for faith today to remind us to be faith in action, in the world, in understanding. This just happens to be tonight is the first night of Hanukkah too, right? And tonight we will light the first candle on the menorah for Hanukkah. And next week we'll have a whole menorah celebration as we get to light the whole thing and party. But it is and we celebrated Diwali last month as well. And Kwanzaa is coming up, and Ramadan, and all the festivals at this time of year, remembering the truth of who we are. And that takes courage, right? It takes courage to be that optimistic in a world that wants you to be pessimistic, to want you to agree with it about how bad things are and how you should be afraid, very afraid. And that's why we should all have guns to protect ourselves. Right? If you believe certain circles, that's what they'll tell you. Well, I've never owned a gun. I never will own a gun, and I've been perfectly protected my whole life because I have something larger than a gun protecting me. I have my faith in the divine and in my place with the divine. Now, I don't mean that to be political, because it's not. It's not political because it's not about sides. It's about a deeper truth that knows that no number of guns will ever truly protect you. What really will protect you is your divine identity, is your understanding of who and what you are. and your commitment to walk that talk. Dr. King said it this way about faith. Faith is taking the first step, even when you don't see the whole staircase, right? And last week we talked about Kyle Rittenhouse, and this week we're talking about the Aubrey trial and the ramifications of all of that. But this has been a conversation that has been going on for the 400 years alone in this country and centuries of the world. Faith in a racial justice perspective is taking the next right step, even when it's really painful to do so. Even when we have to look at our own biases, our own prejudices, our own privilege, and lay them out bare. And that's not easy either, right? But to look at all the advantages we've had in our lives, and I'm speaking for myself, all the advantages I have in my life because of the color of my skin and because of my gender, right? And how doors were opened and opportunities were made easy for me that weren't made as easy for my brothers and sisters. And I'm taking each little baby step along that road, knowing that the steps aren't small for the baby. They're life-changing. They're monumental. When a baby takes its first steps, its whole new world opens up for the baby and for the parents. Right? Changes everything for everyone. So faith is about taking that step when we don't know where it's going to lead us. But here's the thing, folks. It's going to lead us away from the pain of now. It's going to lead us away from the pain of what we've been living in and what we keep recreating. The hurt, the pain, the injustice, the social disparity of our nation. And we've got to stop pretending, and I say pretending purposefully, that there's only so many pieces of the pie, right? That if I give up my little slice of privilege, I won't have enough. Well, the universe is infinite, and God is infinite potential, right? Or is your God really small? just a question, right? It's like, because when I first came to Unity, my God was really, really small. And I had to consciously redefine what was possible every day of my life. Is it possible for me to get this? Is it possible for me to have this in my life? Is it possible that when I'm getting isn't taking away from anyone else? And the answer is yes. When you believe that there's enough good for each and every one of us, there's the right and perfect partner, whether it's romantic or business or just friendship. There's the right and perfect opportunities for all of us. There is more than enough money in the world to go around. I'll say that again. There is more than enough money in the world to go around, right? There is more than enough money in the world to go around. And if that little voice in your head is saying, oh no, there's not, it's limited, that's your opportunity to redefine what faith is for you, right? When you can take these principles and the principle of faith into every aspect of your life, your romance, your friendships, your family relationships, your finances, and know that there's enough. There's enough in your bank account, there's enough in the world, and that every channel of the universe is open to flowing and filling your bank accounts. Can you say that? Every channel of the world is open and ready to fill my bank accounts. Right? That's faith. That is faith. It erases the lack, the doubt, the despair that we live with daily. And then if we listen to enough news, we will say that, oh my God, gas is $5 a gallon. Well, it was $5 a gallon 10 years ago when I was in ministerial school. And everybody's upset that it's $5 a gallon again. It's like, it's not real, right? When I was a kid, centuries ago, as my son would tell us, that gas was 25 cents a gallon. 25 cents a gallon, I would take the little gas can to the corner gas station and fill it so I could do the lawnmower, right? Say, it's not that different. Rent was a lot cheaper too, right? But there's more than enough to go around. But if your definition of faith is belief in a single being, Jesus, God, Buddha, if your definition of faith is a dogma or a teaching or a way, one specific way of life, I invite you to redefine faith for yourself. What does it mean to have faith in? I have faith in. I have faith in what? Yourself, as Cleo just sang for us so beautifully. I have faith in you. I have faith that you can achieve anything you set your mind to, anything you put your heart and soul into. I know it can happen. I've watched it in many of you and watched it happen for you, as we've talked about. There's an opportunity to understand that faith is a living, breathing exercise, and that you already have all the faith you'll ever need. Say it again. You already have all the faith you'll ever need. But where is your faith? Do you have faith in the lack? Do you have faith in the diagnosis? Do you have faith in the prognosis? Do you have faith in the pain? Or do you have faith in the overcoming? So the opportunity is to shift what you're putting your faith in. Because believe me, the universe does not care which one you choose. Just choose. The universe is benign in that it's like, okay, I wouldn't have chosen that for you, but if you really want to believe that life is hard, go ahead. Believe life is hard. It will be hard. Because it's what you want. You're telling the universe very clearly what you want. And trust me, I get it. I mean, as you know, I've had to bury a nephew this past 2 months. Well, it's less than a month, just over a month ago. I've had to deal with my sister and her heartbreak and her pain and her family and trying to deal with all of that. And I have faith that my sister's going to make it, that Noah is really good. He's really well. And I know all of you are dealing with things just as difficult and more. So I invite you in this moment to shift where you're putting your faith and to live in this season, to living into the full faith that you are an expression of the divine and you are here to do something special, to do something miraculous by your very presence. The last quote I want to share with you is from my Metamorphosis course from Absolute Abundance. And it's this: when you take a bold step, when you leap with faith, the universe will conspire to support you. Now, it may not work out like you think it will. That's not what I'm saying. But the universe has multiple ways, infinite ways of fulfilling your dreams, your desires, and your goals. Have faith and watch it manifest. Let's take that to our time of meditation. I'm going to invite Cleo back up, and one of my favorite songs, I Will Surrender. Cleo. I invite you, comfortable, once again, to let go of holding on.
Will surrender to my greatest, highest good.
Let the chair hold you.
I will release any fear that blocks my way.
Let this room support
For
you.
every step I take is taken in pure faith. And I am stronger every moment, every day.
And let your breath
My mind is willing and my heart is
Just
open
be.
wide. I trust my instincts and let spirit be my guide. I vow to live a life that's real and pure and free. As I continue walking in that mystery, there may be walls, there may be roadblocks in my way, but I can choose to take a higher path each day. And now I know that what I thought was safe and sound was only habit and regret that held me down.
I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. In this moment, I invite you to breathe in and then exhale all the things you want to let go of, that fear and regret that have kept you stuck in that spot of pain, stuck in that cycle of resentment, stuck in that poverty of thought. And breathing once again into this moment, to see, to feel, to experience life without that limitation, without that holding tightly. Feeling yourself free, free to be, free to love, free to laugh, to love profoundly, to share, to give, free to receive. Can you receive your good? Can you take it in, accept it, and know you deserve? For you are an expression of the divine, a magnificent expression of the divine, and you deserve riches beyond Midas, beyond anything you could ever imagine. For your being here is a miracle, and your loving is truly healing. Right here, right now, in this moment, invite you to experience this bliss in the silence. Bliss of infinite possibility. Right now, I invite you to see yourself living your heart's desire, that thing that longs to be expressed in the world. Seeing yourself enjoying it, sharing it, being it. For in this moment, life is happening within us. And until we feel and know and be it inside, we can't see it on the outside. So I invite you once again to see it, to revel in it, to experience your bliss.
My mind is willing and my heart is open wide. trust my instincts and let spirit be my guide. I vow to live a life that's real and pure and free. As I continue walking in this mystery, I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith, and I am kinder every moment, every day, and I'm more loving every moment, every day. I will surrender every moment, every day.
Thank you. I'm more kinder and more loving every moment of every day when I remember to walk in faith. Namaste.
Can we have a round of applause for that? There's a level of beauty in understanding what faith is. Faith is a choice. Faith is, again, having been raised in the Church of God in Christ, which is Pentecostal, Bible thumping, earth shaking, falling out. Having to realign what faith is something that I struggled with at a young age. So thank you, Ken. Thank you, Cleo. So now we've reached our time of spiritual practices. So our spiritual practices are ways for you to carry this forward. In your connection cards, again, in your seat back pockets in front of you, or if you're online, on our website, there's a button you can hit for spiritual practices, or if you're on one of the streaming platforms, you can also click the link. But these are things that you can live into. These are ways that you can lean into the practices that have been set before you today and how you can activate in faith, right? So our first spiritual practice for today, you can choose to notice where you are limiting your possibilities. Where are you putting barriers where they don't need to be? Where are you leaning into the wrong things? And then be willing to release those limiting beliefs. You can cultivate a new definition of faith, and that's with a capital F. Faith, our first day of Advent. And then finally, you can celebrate the infinite, divine possibilities. So we have these listed, and in your spiritual connection card here in the room or online, we do have a space for you to write your own. If it stirred up something for you, but you've got a slightly different spin on it, then please write that in, and then we'll collect that. You can put that in your offering basket, and our senior minister and our associate minister will take a look at that, and they will hold that for you this week. All right. We've now reached our time of giving and receiving. So we typically pick a member of the community or a member of the board to speak on why they give of their time, talent, and treasure. And this week is a special guest. But before we get into that, there are several ways that you, as members of our community, can give of your time, your talent, and your treasure. The easiest and quickest way is to text Unity SF to 44321 to donate. You can also click the offering button if you're on our website. Again, there'll be a link in one of the streaming platforms that you can click as well. Or if you're here in the room, there are envelopes in the seat back pockets in front of you or behind you if you're sitting in the front row, and you can go ahead and set your offering in there, and we'll have baskets being passed momentarily to collect that for you. But now to give of us his understanding of why he gives of his time, talent, and treasure, to speak on why he gives, ladies and gentlemen, Dean Harvey.
Okay, let's try this again. Good morning, Unity San Francisco. I had to think not very long about why I give of my time, gifts, and talents at Unity San Francisco. And truthfully, it's because I found my spiritual home here. When I first came to Unity San Francisco, it was because of my lovely wife, Misa, and supporting her in what she does. And what I found from being here and listening to the word, listening to the things that were being said and the teachings, that they really touched me. And I felt something that I hadn't felt anywhere else in any other spiritual community that I had been in. So it was like this community was made for me. And that's something that you may not understand, like what's in me, but to me that was something great because I've been to many places of spiritual worship and I just didn't feel comfortable. So each and every one of you that are here today make me feel comfortable when I come here. From the pastors to the music team, AV, everyone here makes me feel comfortable. And so much so that me and my wife, our family, decided that we were going to participate and donate a window because we want our legacy to stay in this community forever. So with that said, that's why I give here at Unity San Francisco. She can't take the mic from me. She got me up here. I'm not going.
I have my own mic. Oh, you gonna do that?
No, you go ahead.
No, it's my people. We have an affirmation.
We have an affirmation here at Unity San Francisco. I give with abundant love and joy. As I give, I receive. Can you say that with me, please? I give with abundant love and joy. As I give, I receive.
Yes.
Thank you all.
And so it is.
So our ushers are going to be coming around with baskets for you right now. It's something new we haven't done since COVID. So they will be passing the baskets here.
Yes.
And Misa and I are going to talk to you about service. So we welcome you all to come join us here on Sunday. The city of San Francisco has a vaccine mandate, and we are honoring that. Mm-hmm. So people here in the room are fully vaccinated, and we have a list. Once you show your vaccine cards once here, you're set. You can always come back. Yeah. But I also want to talk to you about something else that's coming. So I mentioned a quote from my course, Metamorphosis. Well, now I'm teaching it for a year, actually 11 months. 11 months of abundance. And it's going to meet once a month on a Zoom call, and then you're going to meet with me personally once a month, and also meet with a small group once in the month. And that way, it's stretched out over a larger period of time to actually shift the patterns and the habits that are keeping us stuck in the same old. And so we want to find a way to come together in fun and in limited, but to dive deep into the teachings. So it's going to be a lot of new things. We're going to be pulling things from different sources. We're going to be creating the course together as what's up for each person in the course. That's why the personal coaching is going to be a big part of it. It's limited to 25 people, and people are already signing up, and next month, December, it goes out in Unity Magazine to the whole nation. So if you want a spot, I would suggest you sign up before December, right? And so sign up, talk to me personally about it. If you have questions, it's going to be interesting and exciting, and it's my learning edge, and I want to take you along with me in how we deepen into abundance. Lisa?
Awesome. In addition to that, Rev Ken and JD, I saw him here earlier, are opening their home for our holiday party. Yay. So everyone is welcome out to the Daigle Schramm home in Terra Linda, which is a suburb of San Rafael in Marin County. It's a beautiful home, beautiful views. I understand there's catering.
There's catering. If you were at the box event with us, the same caterer who did the box for us is coming back.
Lovely.
He's coming from LA to cater this for us.
All right. I enjoyed all the food that I had. And
you're all invited.
And you're all invited.
So
So
Mark and Kate and Denise fly out for
Come on
that
out.
weekend. Come
Come
on
on
out. They're online. I'm telling them. We have members. Oh yeah, and Carol. Carol, all the way in Florida.
And you can stay for the caroling on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Come on out.
Yeah.
The Sounds of Unity Choir may or may not be showing up at the holiday party. Just saying. Just saying.
Great. And so we have a bunch of other holiday events. On Tuesday, the 14th, like Misa just mentioned, we're going to do caroling out on the front steps to the whole community. I promise the scaffolding will be gone by then. I promise the scaffolding will be gone by then. And we're going to be caroling out front and sharing holiday cookies and Christmas treats with the neighborhood. So come and join us for that. Listen to the choir, sing along, participate. On the 21st, we are doing a candle lighting service. That's
another
solstice.
Tuesday.
That's another Tuesday. That's solstice, and it's a rocking service we do where we light candles here in the room, we sing carols, and we honor the 4 directions and the solstice all together at once.
And there might be a surprise of something new.
Yeah, oh, cool. I can't wait to wait to be
For
shocked.
candle lighting, there might be something new.
Yeah.
Just saying.
And we have our big service on the 19th. There is no service on the 26th. We wanted the staff to be able to travel to their families, to their homes, and to enjoy the holiday themselves. So we're going to do a rebroadcast of the 19th. You can watch it online if you didn't catch it on the 19th. Okay?
That'd be great.
So those are holiday events.
Yeah. And then, as always, we have Dr. Rain O'Connor doing her affirmative prayer yoga today in the sanctuary, 12:30 to 1:15. And then on Tuesdays from 5 to 6, you might see me on Tuesday.
Yay! Yay! It's
might.
really cool to do
You might.
yoga in this space. It is so much different than any yoga studio I've ever done yoga in. It's really neat. And so I can hear the children downstairs having a blast, and we bless them. And we know that they're not limited to the little ones we have downstairs. We have our own inner child, and we have children all over the world, and the children we're collecting these gifts for. So we have an affirmation that goes, "You are God's perfect expression of divine life. We see you and we love you exactly the way you are." Can we know that for ourselves and for all of the world's children? You are God's perfect expression of divine life. We see you and love you exactly the way you are.
Yes.
Amen.
Yes. And also, again, it takes a village. So a huge thank you to everyone, to Cleo, to our AV and music teams, ushers, greeters, people on hospitality. It smells delicious. Thank you so much for giving of your time so that we can all come together and have this wonderful community experience.
Okay. And as the music team comes up, I'm going to talk about our closing affirmation. And we've been doing this for a year now, and I want us to reinvest in it, especially in this holiday season. I lovingly create a world of safety, equity, and equality. And I want to remind us that it is up to us to do that. It's not someone else's to do. We do it collectively, but we do it individually as well. So can we know this together? I lovingly create a world of safety, equity, and equality. And so it is. Now, I invite you, as you're willing and able, to stand and join with us in our rousing closing song. If you thought this community song was rousing, wait till you hear one step. Here we go.
One step, one step, one step, one step. Old-time religion is a box I do not fit in. I am metaphysical, I am transcendent. Change the situation by changing your mind. Raise the vibration by knowing you are divine. Make a mental path, one step, repeat. I surrender to the presence of the God in me. Make a mental path, one step, repeat. I am practicing the presence of the goddess in me. What do you believe? You've got to know your truth. Pure potential possibility, that is you. If you stand in opposition, you perpetuate the thing. Would you resist? Persist, so let love be what you bring. Make a mental path, one step, repeat. I surrender to the presence of the God in me. Make a mental path, one step, repeat. I am practicing the presence of the goddess. One step, one step, one step, one step. Follow your intuition and the passion that you got. Be pulled by your vision, don't get pushed by your thoughts. Everything experienced is energetic. Be aware of energy, you give and you get it. Out of the routine, slip into observe a state. Change your mind by changing habits, choose a different way. Say ooh yes to your highest and your best. What you desire, you can straight up manifest. Make a mental path, one step, repeat. I surrender to the presence of the God in me. Make a mental path, one step, repeat. I am practicing the presence of the goddess. One step, 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 one step. Woo! Happy Sunday!
Have a wonderful time. We'll see you online at our hospitality room.